Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Rusty from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dares say. Isn't that right? Coogan Cassius. How you doing, Cougs? You all right, lad? What's happening with you? I've had a heavy one, so you're going to cop it today. I've just been looking at a few IFL videos and looking at a few statistics somebody sent me. I've got a new stat man pointing a few things out to me now, a new tech guy. And Terry Chappendamo were right. Oh, yeah. But before we get into this, let me just put a few intros in, or whatever they call it. Gary's Boxers in Need appeal, www.boxersinneed.com. Doing really well at the moment. So well done to Gary for helping boxers out and all them people who've joined. If you can't afford it, it's £1 a month. You'll know somebody who can, so pass the link on, www.boxersinneed.com. For those of you who wanted to look at something a bit different, Porky's International YouTube, that's our sister channel. All right, now, I think there's about 12, 13 videos on members area just gone on last couple of days, over 5 hours worth of footage. Woo! Ooh, including 3 corkers with me and Andy, who's not from Aberdeen. Andy, you're not from Aberdeen. You've been thinking you were from Aberdeen for about 2 years. I've got members of my family saying, oh, that'll be a good run for you up there, Aberdeen, for a night out for your Aunt Russell. Says he ain't from Aberdeen, he's from Perth. Anyway, he's my pal and I like him. Right. Big shout out to Gary for making a donation to that Macmillan Trust appeal that Andy's just done that marathon for, or walk thing, whatever, 26-mile thing. So well done. Getting back to Cougs. Let's have a drink of tea and honey. Bit of Manuka honey in it. You can't beat it. Dennis got me on that, Manuka honey. Coogan, you've been on YouTube now 14 years. 14 years. Started out with Jane Couch, didn't you? I think it was James Elder that started it, and you jumped in with Elder. And Jane Couch did all donkey work, didn't she? And we know what happened, don't we? You shit on her, you and James. But 882,000 subs. That's good, that. 1.25 million views. That's really good. Really, really good. But you're behind camera though, aren't you? Asking questions. You've got access, so you're not gonna jack that, are you? You're not gonna burst the bubble. I understand that. Average 29,000 views a video. So if that's the average, what are the other 854,000 subscribers doing? Do they even exist? Do they exist? I'm not so sure if they do. We've had a tech guy here today to see me. Yeah, had a tech guy here today. Come to give me a quote for this patio here. And he said, oh, I know a tech guy. I says, oh, it's my van driver. Only a young kid about 22. Does it on side, went to uni and lot. Come in and pointed a few things out to me. Very, very interesting. And he's a boxing fan. But the main thing he was talking about was licking. Arse licking. There's a lot of that goes on in boxing, isn't there? Arse licking. When you get access, when you're in the media, if you look at mainstream media, now this is why Frotcher's going off his head all the time, isn't it? Because he watches all mainstream media. When you're in the mainstream media, whatever sport you're in, or gender, or whatever it is, whether it's, I don't know, politics or sport or finance or commerce, whatever it is, if you're at the top of your game in that field, you ask proper questions. You've got access to all these, right? You're not putting it on them, are you? Why aren't you getting a grip of Calla Sauerland on your channel and saying, Calla, stop going on about Eubank. Stop going on about him wanting easy fights, because when you were promoting him, it were all right then, wasn't it? But now that you've been kicked into touch, you're squealing like a pig. Why not you put it on Eddie Hills, a.k.a. Eddie Hearn? Why don't you put it on him? All you've got to do is put it on him and ask him simple questions. Simple ones. Like, why has Fury and Joshua not happened? Why? Why has it not happened? Why? Because they wanted to go in a different direction and pile loads of money up and then get it at the end. Because it's the bigger payoff. I understand that, but it's all the bull in between, isn't it? It's all the bull that really gets my goat. It does. Why are you not putting it on Tyson Fury when he comes out and says he's a goat? He's never been a goat. He's not in the top 15 heavyweights of all time last 140 years. He's not that man. How can he be when he's got wins over Vladimir, Steve Cunningham and Wilder? That's it. They're the champions that he's beat. Jamie McDonald's beat more world champions than Tyson Fury. He's got more wins anyway over world champions than him. So has Richie Woodall. Clinton Woods and Robin Reed, they've got same wins over world champions as Fury. So why are you not putting it on him? Why? Why, Coogan? I want to know. I want to know why you're not putting it on these people. Why are you not putting it on Crusher Ben about this silent ban? Or, and I mean putting it on him. Or why are you not putting it on Dylan White? I mean, how many dope issues has he had over years? You know what I mean? I want to know why you hang out the back of people who are red hot, but where are all these journeymen getting access? Shouldn't it be about everybody? All boxers. I mean, they say Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter, don't they? It looks to me like you're very similar to that, aren't you? It's just the guys at the top that matter. What about the kids at the bottom? You don't want to know them, do you? When are you going to go to a small horse show? That's what we want to know. Instead of hanging out the back of people that do views. When you're going to put it on Ebony Bridges and ask her why, it looks like Eddie Hills has kicked her into touch. Simple questions. Simple. But I'm talking to a simpleton here, aren't we? All right. I understand you don't want to lose access, but do you really, really, really think that you can keep going through this job that you're doing here or whatever, through boxing and just not asking these questions? How long are you going to hang around the sport like a bad smell? You're not asking anything. You're a PR guy for these people. That's all you are. Somebody sends me something every other week and you're putting stuff out, posts out on your channel. So and so and so and so in talks. How many of these in talks posts are you going to put out that never happen? You're being used or you're in on it. What is it? We want proper questions being asked. You're not asking the mayor. You're not asking them. Why don't you ask Tyson Fury when he's going to start his training camp for Usyk? Because he hasn't started it, has he? Why are you not asking that? Why don't you ask Tommy Fury if he's going to fight somebody with a heartbeat? When? Why don't you ask Dave Allen why his last 5 wins have been against men with losing records and 4 of them were in 4-rounders? And he's 30-odd-year-old and had 30-odd fights. Still fighting 4-rounders. When are you going to ask Johnny Fisher if he's going to fight somebody with an heartbeat? When? When are you going to ask proper questions? Instead of getting your tongue and putting it where you shouldn't put it, because you're supposed to be a man, aren't you? But you're not. You're a fraud, mate. Absolute fraud. I thought you were all right. You're really good. Behind the camera asking proper questions, really good, but you're spoiling yourself, lad. You're absolutely spoiling yourself and you're setting a bad precedent for these next generation of media kids. You know, like the Cabbage Patch Kid. Him who looks like a gerbil. What's his name again? It's a strange looking fella, isn't he? Is there something wrong with him? I'm not sure, so I'm not going to go heavy on him. Puppy Parsons, Charlie Parsons. People like that look up to somebody like you. Well, you will anyway, because you're a lanky streak of piss. They look up to people like you, Coogan, don't they? And then they follow suit. That's it. They become pals. I don't want to see that. I want to see people like Andy Scott, Ed Robinson, them sort of questions where they don't get in bed with the subjects. He's me pal. He's me pal. He's a pal of mine. Everybody wants to be everybody's pal. That's no good to me. That is no good to me. It's no good at all. Just putting PR statements out for people. You're being used, lad. Get stuck into these people. That's all you've got to do. You never once put it on Eddie Hills about StubHub, did you? Not once. You did, but yeah, you're willing to have the Cobra on IFL and stick it to him. He told you straight, didn't he, Carl? He told you straight. But you didn't answer the question, did you? Sidestepped it. You think I'd have let you off a hook like that? Carl even said he fought Pascal for WBA, you know, at WBC. You never pulled him up on it. You just said, whoa, you fought for WBC, didn't you and Pascal, #1 and #2? Because Joe Calzaghe poo-pooed it, didn't he? Poo-poo. So Frotcher #1, Pascal #2. So they fought for WBC. You should be correcting him on things like that. You should know your job. You don't know your job. That's why you get so much stick off people like me and Boxing Asylum and Terry Chappendama and people like that. You become an embarrassment. But you built your set up to 29,000 views on average per video. And that's a bit of pull, isn't it, for a small niche sport like boxing? But like I've just said earlier, where's the other 854,000 subscribers? Where are they? Where are they? If that's what you're averaging, where are they? Because you bought the views, haven't you? You bought the views and you bought the subs. You know why? Someone's told me here. Show me how it's done. It's frauds, isn't it? It's fraud, isn't it, basically? All lots of them. Frauds. You've got Crusher Ben there. He's failed 2 tests. Not once have you stuck it on him. You couldn't do that, could you? Who's the kid? Somebody's got a kid, aren't you? You're a godfather to it, aren't you? Billy Joe Saunders' niece, and you're a godfather, aren't you? You never put it on Bill, did you? You never put it on him about that dope test, did you, with Ingles? Although, from what I've heard, Billy were innocent on that, but still in his system, wasn't it? You got to watch what you drink in gyms, Billy, aren't you? And you never put it on Billy about his cheekbone, did you? Or Sonny Edwards. Why was that? Why is that? Where are these x-rays? Why didn't you put it on him and say, Bill, Sonny, show us x-rays? Kell Brook did. Why can't you? Why can't you do simple things like that? That's because you're trying to be everybody's pal. It's me pal, it's me pal. He's a pal of mine. Come on, you can do better than that. You're in a good position here. You've got full access. And I'm going to keep giving you people it. You've got full access. Something I ain't got time to do. But looking at it from outside, it's just a load of pretend people from Essex trying to be pretend boxing people. And you're not even from Essex, are you? You're from Sri Lanka, aren't you? God, it's unbelievable, isn't it? But anyway, that's by the by. That is by the by. When are you going to start putting it on these people? When? I could go on and on and on and on here about all sorts of stuff that you've not asked, but you're not going to do it, are you? Bricktop got in bed with StubHub, didn't he? What about Bricktop? When he were going on about the Saudis and how they've got a bad human rights record and all that, and when he had MPs asking questions in House of Commons about StubHub, and then 3 years later he's working with StubHub. Why aren't you pulling these people about that? Or prices of pay-per-view, or prices of tickets, or shows getting pulled left, right, and centre, or crap shows? Why not? Why are you not putting it on these people? I want to know. Why are you not asking this to Dylan White as well? And Crusher Ben? Where's the B sample? Because Bricktop were asking it, wasn't he? Bricktop, you were going mad about Crusher Ben's B sample and Dylan White's. We don't hear a peep out you now, do we? Now everybody's in bed together. Oh, here we go. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Bunny, tried them deadlifts, mate, today. It's the boring, mate, deadlifts. It's not me, mate, boring. So I'll put lightweight on and do loads of reps, but it's the boringest exercise ever. But with a big mouth like mine, you need to train your legs, because when you get banged on chin, you need sturdy legs, don't you? Go on, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. We've got a sister channel, Porkers International. Feel free to go over there and have a little nosy. Have a butcher's, as you would say, Coogan, you pretend cockney. Then again, I call everybody a cockney who's south of Nottingham, don't I? Big shout out to Gary and John from Welcome Estates, all right? Nick, give me a ring. I'll come and see you at your studio for a touch-up. Well, peace out.